Right now, you might be fighting a battle you were never meant to fight. You've prayed, you've pushed, you've tried everything, and it's still not changing. What if the reason it's not moving is because God is saying, "Leave it alone. Let me handle it"? We all face moments when something in our life feels broken. A child off course, a closed door, a relationship turning sour, a dream delayed. Our natural instinct is to fix it ourselves. We rush in with plans, strategies, and solutions, straining to make things happen. We call in favors, push on closed doors, and sometimes we make it worse. Here's the truth. Some battles are not yours to fight. Some situations will not change no matter how much pressure you apply, because they were never meant for your hands. God's word says, "Be still and know that I am God." The battle is the Lord's, and often the greatest act of faith is not doing more, it's letting go. That takes courage. Everything in you will scream, "Do something, defend yourself, force it open." But if you've prayed, believed, and done your part, there comes a point where you must step back and say, "God, I trust you. You've got this. I'm going to stay in peace while you work behind the scenes." Hebrews tells us that those who believe enter into rest. It's not laziness, it's spiritual wisdom. When you give yourself permission to stop striving, you open the door for God's supernatural power. If you keep forcing things, you'll exhaust your energy, lose your joy, and still end up short of God's best. You don't have to force favor. You don't have to manipulate people, demand promotions, or make the business grow in your own might. The hand of God can do in a moment what you could not do in a lifetime. Jesus told a parable in Matthew 13. A farmer planted good wheat, but an enemy came at night and sowed weeds. The farmer hadn't done anything wrong. He had sown good seed, but now weeds were growing alongside the wheat. The workers wanted to pull them up immediately, but the farmer said, "Leave it alone. If you pull the weeds now, you'll damage the wheat." This is profound. Sometimes fixing the problem too early will ruin the harvest. The weeds may be frustrating, but they are temporary. If the enemy planted weeds in your life, it's because he sees your harvest coming. Abundance, healing, promotion, they are on the way. Don't let the weeds distract you or drive you into frantic action. Stand still. God knows how to hide you. When Israel faced the Red Sea with Pharaoh's army closing in, panic set in. The logical thing was to run, fight, or bargain. But God told them through Moses, "Stand still, and you will see the salvation of the Lord. Hold your peace. The Lord will fight for you." While the people waited, God moved the cloud that was guiding them to their rear, hiding them from Pharaoh's army. He knows how to shield you, confuse your enemies, and make a way where there is no way. Sometimes his strategy is not to act faster, but to act wiser. And sometimes his delay is his protection. If God opened the Red Sea too early, the Egyptians could have followed right behind them. If he gives you that breakthrough too soon, the enemy might still have access to attack. God is not only preparing your path, he is securing your victory. You may think the waiting is wasted time, but it's actually divine preparation for a blessing you can hold on to without fear of losing it. There's also a deeper truth. The waiting builds your spiritual muscles. Anyone can praise when the waters have parted, but it takes a mature faith to worship when you're still on the shore. The waiting shapes you into the kind of person who can handle the harvest. When you're still, you're not doing nothing. You're aligning your heart with God's timing, positioning yourself for a miracle that will leave no doubt it came from Him. Even in ministry, opposition will come. People will misunderstand you, misrepresent you, or openly attack you. The temptation is to defend yourself, prove them wrong, and set the record straight. But not every critic deserves your time. Not every battle is worth fighting. Some are just weeds planted to steal your focus. The enemy knows that if he can keep you distracted fighting weeds, you won't have the strength or clarity to reach your destiny. Ignore the weeds. Protect your energy. Many of us are fighting personal battles, especially with loved ones. Parents see a child making wrong choices and want to argue, lecture, or force them back on track. But sometimes, more words do more damage. There comes a time when you must pray, speak life, and then step back, saying, "God, I'm leaving them in your hands." That's not giving up. It's giving God room to work. It's trusting that His timing, His strategy, and His power will do what your pressure never could. Pulling weeds is not your job. Your role is to sow good seed, keep your peace, and trust God with the rest. Every weed, every unfair situation, every closed door is an opportunity for God to show His power. And when He removes those weeds at the right time, your harvest will be greater than you imagined. Don't get stuck in frustration, thinking the weeds are winning. They're just a sign that something bigger is on the way. The enemy doesn't attack empty fields. He attacks fields with potential. If it's taking longer than you expected, it's not because God forgot. It's because the harvest is bigger than you think. He could solve it now, but He's setting you up for something greater. So today, ask yourself, what do I need to leave alone? What battle do I need to hand over? What situation do I need to stop forcing and start trusting? When you release it, you'll feel the weight lift. The pressure will break. You'll move from anxiety into peace, from striving into resting, from manipulating into trusting. And when your harvest is ready, nothing, no one, and no weed will be able to stop it. Friend, I declare over you today, God is about to deliver you from powerful enemies, whether sickness, debt, addictions, or broken relationships. Freedom is coming. Wholeness is coming. Abundance is coming. You will walk into the fullness of your destiny. But the key is this: leave it alone and let God fight your battles. If this message stirred your faith, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Someone in your life needs to hear this right now. Like this video, share it with a friend, and comment below what battle you're leaving in God's hands today. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you never miss another word of encouragement that can shift your life forever.